let me present you with a precarious situation. You're recording your video. And it starts raining outside real bad. And you got like 45 minutes of like a montage going. You've done your intro and everything. And then lightning strikes. Ruins your recording. Nothing is saved. The Minecraft world is saved. So I can either redo everything or show you what I did. We're going to do a bit of a shortcut because, oops, power outage did not really go in my favor now, did it? But today the plan was circuits. Yes, circuits is the plan. It is still the plan. And the first thing we have to do is get activated netherite. So let's get started. So hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of Monifactory, where I did unfortunately have a recording mishap, but let me catch you guys up. For starters, we did a live stream a few days ago where we worked on monazite and rare earth processing for terbium. This is for circuits and higher tier stuff. Next up, we have started the activated netherite line. Now the first thing that we went ahead and did is I went ahead and I got, well, that's funny, all my bookmarks are gone. Out of all the things to break, my bookmarks are gone. Huh. I feel like I should be scared for my hardware. Anywho, the first thing we did was make a tier 6 microminer that was stabilized. We have access to all of this now, so it was pretty simple. And we have this running a certain microminer mission to get ancient debris. Right here, we're running that through a subnet and ore processing as well. We then have an LCR making omnic acid. Pretty simple, omnium, carbon, water. It's free, it's just time that it costs. And then we have that making, what is this one called? Purified ancient debris. And then for the rest of the activated netherite line, which I have not done yet. So let me walk you guys through exactly what we have to do. So next up, we have to turn this into process ancient debris dust. This turns into inert netherite scrap. This, with a few other things, turns into activated netherite. Man, this montage was going to be so clean. It was going to be so clean until the power outage ruined it. Oh my gosh, so I'm not even going to montage this part. There's not that much left. Let's go ahead and get started. So I've already done the timing for this. I'm going to need a UV arc furnace. This is just going to get oxygen and purified ancient debris. So you need to be able to see oxygen. I have another one of these interfaces here between subnet and mainnet. So the subnet can see this stuff and it sends this stuff back to mainnet. I'm just going to slap an arc furnace like right here. Input, output, and I want to level emit this. So the way I have this set up is I'm going to level emit things to one layer above them. So this, it's kind of a layered architecture. So this is only going to know about the thing it's making and what it's getting from. This has no idea about the final product. And this way, everything should stay smooth in the process. And it also makes it easier to find where specific bottlenecks are. And I want my mainnet to be able to see the processed ancient debris because we're going to outsort this to the RHF in the mega basement. So I should be able to see that processed netherite. Perfect. Which we're going to send down here, but I believe I also need liquid blaze, which I don't have yet. That should be really easy. Just going to make a fluid cell for it, put it in the extractor. And then we also upgraded our RHF to have omnium coils. This was on live stream. So I should be able to slap everything down here related to activated netherite. Perfect. And that's going to be my inert netherite scrap, which I want this subnet to be able to see. I should be able to do that just over here. And this stuff I need to send into an omnic forge after we get 2 more things though. So, here's the fun part. Do we make enough diamonds for the diamond lattices? There's 2 ways of making these. One of them takes a bit of time, but I don't think this should be a problem because are we getting 4 of these in time anyway? I don't know. Or we could do it this way. Diamonds I don't think are that expensive. And we have a whole bunch of stuff to make a lot of diamonds. So I'm really thinking we're just going to do this recipe. So let's go ahead and set that up. So just a few of these should do the trick. So I have the diamond screws. I now just need the exquisite diamonds, which I should be able to do in this laser engraver here. So I should now be making my flawless diamonds perfect. And then from there, it should just be a recipe over here. So next up, we need a whole bunch of stuff. Dark solarium dust and hot europium ingots. How in the world am I gonna do that? Let me tell you. So over in ore processing, in this same subnet, what I plan on doing is I want to take europium from the system, make it hot, and level emit it. And dark solarium, we should be able to just do downstairs in this macerator here. Should be pretty easy. We have that on the RHF. Now, hot europium. How am I going to do this? For starters, I'm going to get some nice omnium coils and make an EBF. I'm not going to put this in the RHF. I'm probably just going to run this at ZPM. Connect this guy up to power, And I need to be able to see europium and helium. And obviously this will be level limited. So this should turn on. It looks like it's really fast. That's just what I want to see. 7 ticks for a piece of europium. I will take it. So that should be everything. I'm hoping. We just now need a forming press. Now this, tell me why in the world it takes 15 seconds for one piece of activated netherite. Do you guys know how much you use activated netherite? Just for it to be 15 seconds per? And then 10 seconds here at UHV? Are you kidding? That's ridiculous. And we will definitely be using a multi-block for this. But man, I wish it wasn't this difficult. So I'm definitely going to be like heavily overclocking this guy. Yeah, I'm going to use some 4 amp UHV hashes on these just because I know activated netherite is a huge bottleneck. We can always make more large NAC reactors. That is the plan in the first place. So in this forming press, I need everything here. So the system needs to be able to see all of those items. And it should turn on. Perfect. That is not so bad. I will take that. That's around 1 every 2 seconds. And of course, this all needs to be level limited. Next up is the Omnic Forge. Now, I could go through and I could make a second Omnic Forge. How expensive is it? It's really not that bad. I just have no space for it here. And yeah, I might as well do it. Let's go ahead and get this guy started. And then whenever that's done, we'll have our activated netherite. So a little while later, I should have everything I need for this. Question is, will it fit in here? It's pretty big multi-block. I'm not sure. I think it will. Just barely it fits in here. So I should be able to hook everything up like so. This is going to use so much power. And I should be able to start making activated netherite. So just one last thing down here and I should be good to go. Should see this go online. Oh yeah. And I'm going to level limit to like a few thousand pieces. I want this to be going for a while. So I'm going to put this at like 10,000. And everybody, that is activated netherite done. Look at this mess. So now we also have the ability to get creative storage data. May come in handy at some point. I don't really have a use for it right now. But activated netherite is now done, which means we can move on to the next step of circuits. Now, of course, usually with circuits, there's some sort of chemistry involved. Oh, it's been a hot minute since we did some plastic chemistry. We need polyethyl cyanocrylate. Cyanocrylate? And I was looking at this earlier. And this is a really long line. Definitely something I'm looking forward to. Yeah, a good amount of resources go into this. All of which we should have, though. So I'm not really concerned. But as we all know, chemistry is just a whole bunch of black boxes in this room. So let's get that montage in that I was robbed of from a power surge. You should be hearing music. Let's do some chemistry. Oh, how I missed this. You guys remember this sound, right? The sound of greatness. Oh my gosh, 11 LCRs, a distillation tower, 2 electrolyzers, and a packager later. We have our fancy new plastic, rubber, I don't know what it is. Some sort of plastic. Holy moly. That was like an hour of chemistry. I don't know if I've done a chemistry montage that took that long. And I think it's the final one. So, you know, this room, turns out it was overkill. I mean, we still have so much more space in this chemistry room. All of this was unnecessary. But it is true that we are on the final stretch of the pack. Anyways, what is next? Next up, we need to automate Hearts of the Universe. Not really looking forward to this one, but it must be done. So to automate Hearts of the Universe, all we need to do is automate universal collapsible devices. Now, we have, I think, almost everything here done. We don't have UV field generators. This is because I don't have UV circuits on passive, and I don't really fancy putting UV circuits on passive, but I guess I probably should at this point. They're not too expensive. And I have a thing here just for this. It's just some ZPM circuits, which we're about to have on passive anyway. Might as well just go for it. So this is UV circuits on semi-passive. The main cost being TPS. So then it should be just UV field generators, UV emitters. These are both going to need assembly lines. I should have UV motors on passive, which I do. So a trip to assembly floor 3, a few assembly lines later. Let's get this started. So this should be as easy as just 3 assembly lines. So first up, the UV emitter. Like I said, all this I have. I just put UV circuits on passive. Everything we should be good. So let me go ahead. Let me make this real quick. I'm just going to run this at ZPM. Since this is a passive process, it doesn't need to be very fast. Now the only problem is getting data over here. Gonna go ahead and craft one of these, make sure this works. Awesome, so it does look like this works. And now for the definitely expensive one, the UV field generator. So literally just gonna be this same thing, but over here. So just requesting this in here, everything should work, I would hope. Perfect. It's great when things go to plan first try. This is no exception. So let's see if things keep going well on the first try. Next up, we actually have to autocraft the universal collapse device. It'll be pretty doable. I think we have pretty much everything here on passive except for nuclear explosives, which I think I can just put this in the assembler. Should be pretty easy. So a few recipes later and we have our nuclear explosives being made. I should have everything. I just need liquid microversium on passive and I think literally we're good. So this should do the trick. I should get my microversium. Perfect, and now I should be able to automate universal collapse device, which should, in theory, automate Hearts of the Universe because we have everything else for them automated. We have the universe creation data on passive. So I'm just going to need one more assembly line. Whew, I'm really getting tired of the assembly lines. All right, I'll see you guys back when I have one more assembly line connected up to the optical fiber cables, a data switch or whatever it is, and then we should be good. Okay, so everything should be set up. Let me see if this works. It would seem I'm out of something. Apparently, I'm out of quantum flux. It would seem I need to add another recipe for quantum flux, so I'm gonna go ahead and actually do that. And another good way of getting a whole bunch of quantum flux is by extracting impossible realm data. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I have a whole bunch of this stuff, so hopefully it shouldn't cause that big of a problem. In fact, I think I'm gonna speed up the production of that, and hopefully at some point this catches up. I have no idea what we're using it all on. I'll put it on the list. Future live stream project. Man, like I said, it's just a chicken chase every single time I play this mod pack. Something's wrong. Something's just slow enough, everything else is fine, and then you fix it, and another thing's wrong. Nothing can go right. But it does look like my universal collapse device is crafting. Is that true? Is it crafting? It's totally crafting. You guys know what that means, right? Oh, sweet. We just automated Hearts of the Universe, which means after about an episode and a half of wanting to do circuits, we can finally do circuits. So if I have planned everything correctly, And everything starts coming together. Sure, at the end, I should have literally everything I need already that I need to make the next tier of circuits. Fingers crossed. I'm really hoping here. So there is a few things that we need, starting with oxygen plasma. Now, I don't think I have this. No, I don't. This needs a tier 2 fusion reactor. I have helium-3. Oh no. Oh no, you're kidding me. You're joking. I'm out of europium again. Are you kidding me? You know, if there's one thing that I want Monifactory to fix the most, it's europium. This is like the 5th time I run out of it. Monifactory. Don't you love it? Apparently I'm also out of polybenzimidazole. See, remember when I said hopefully everything falls into place? It's all the stuff I did 10, 15 episodes ago. That's just not working. We may be in need of a fixing montage. I really think we are. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna see if I can't try and fix europium again. And also try to get this polybenzimidazole thing figured out. That's really strange. Oh, how terribly wrong. I was to think that I was ready for circuits. Nope. So I have promptly renamed chapter 4 of this video to the UHV rabbit hole because it was called circuits. But this chapter is no longer about circuits because we need UHV parts. Specifically, we need the electric motor and the electric pump. This is so that we can get Aghanisson, so that we can get the universe doped Boole. Was I looking forward to this? No. I appear to also be running out of distilled water. I should probably fix this. But anywho, europium is going back up slowly. There's a bunch of buffers it has to fill first, so we have a bit of time before we can actually get into circuits. There's still a few more things we have to do. For starters, making this a little bit faster. So luckily for me, I do actually have most of the stuff I need for this. Do I have the research? No, that's okay. That should be easy. I have actinium. We do have terbium, and we have ruthenium, tritium, americium, neutronate wire. This stuff is actually pretty cheap. It's just neutronium that's the hard part, which neutronium we have dealt with. So, we're doing pretty good. The problem lies with the fact that I am out of space in this guy. So that means I just need to make another data bank, and I'll hook it up right over here. So I'm hoping I can just slap this thing right here. Perfect, there we go. And this should be good. I just need to give it some more data hatches. Looks like we're good. So UV pump and a UV motor later, we should be able to do some research, and then we should be good to go. That crafted really fast. So we need some more assembly lines. We need to do some stuff with actinium and terbium, so just a little bit more auto crafting. Shouldn't be too bad. You should be hearing music. I get really sick and tired of assembly lines and data. Let's finish it off. Oh my gosh, can you guys believe it? It's time for circuits. So I have a pretty big pin list. We're pretty much there. I literally think it's just some circuit assemblers. Like this one we can do up in assembly in this guy right here. I might make a second one. We also need to run this microminer mission, which I guess I should have done that. So let me go ahead and run this mission. So just something like this should be pretty easy. And I'm just gonna level limit this since this microminer, or since this specific multi-block will just have one mission tied to it. Specifically this one. Perfect, we're getting our quasi-stable neutron stars. All right, so now, let's finally make some circuits. Oh, nope, not just yet. I need one more mission for Ognisan, which I should be able to set this up in the already tier 6 guy that I have. I lied, this actually needs to be in a completely different projector. So, you know what, I'll be back. I have all this stuff figured out. I'll have another microverse projector, and we'll be good to make circuits. Alrighty, so I've got Ognisan going. I had to make a few other microverse projectors. Wasn't too bad. And I realized I had the recording paused that whole time I was talking. So, let's get all the stuff we need for circuits. So for starters, I'm going to need 4 circuit assemblers. I'm also going to need to put these universe-doped monocrystalline silicon buells onto one of the RHFs. I went ahead and I put it on this one because the other one's currently backed up due to a backup over here, which at the moment, not quite sure how to deal with, so I'll figure that out later. But here any second, we should have these universe buells done. We're gonna cut them up and then we're gonna start making circuits. Any second now. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and cut these up. This should be good, it should be running. Awesome, we're gonna get our, oh this is so exciting. We're gonna get our universe doped buells. From there, we're gonna need a few things. At some point, we're gonna need quantum SOC wafers, but I think what we need now is the multi-dimensional. In fact, that may be it for now. So that we should be able to do here in the laser engraver. Hoping I have enough space for this. I might need to make more. So as soon as I get my universe wafers, this should be going. Awesome. And from here, I mean, it's pretty similar to every single other tier of circuits that we've done. I believe the last time we did it was wetware circuits, which that was a long time ago. But we're going to need an LCR, which I accidentally got rid of all the LCR stuff. I think I have everything in here as well. Yes, so I have the unactivated CPU wafers. I'm hoping I have everything else in here. I should have xenon. Yeah, I have all of this. You should be running, giving me my multi-dimensional CPU wafers. These also just need to be cut. Of course, all of this needs to be level emitted. Don't want to accidentally use too much stuff. And I'll keep like a stack of these at a time. In any second, we should see these go into here. Awesome! These just need to go into the cutter. So we'll stick them in here. I'm gonna say like 128 of these at a time should be fine. And eventually, we should see that going. I should have all the universe doped wafers that I need. Like that should not be running at all anymore. Oh, perfect, sweet. And next up, it's time to actually make the circuits and update all of our recipes. I'm excited for this. Let me tell you guys, I've been waiting for so long, literal weeks to do this. I thought we could do it last time. No, we've had a lot of rabbit holes to go down, but I think it's finally time for us to do this. So I could either speed this guy up, which I may end up doing. Let me check on power. What are we doing over here? Oh, we're fine. So I am going to actually upgrade this guy because I want to use this same thing. Now, what was going on under here? I have no idea, but I should be able to use this same system. It's all messed up, but should be able to use the same thing for what I want to do with the new circuit boards. So all this stuff I should have. I think this I just need to put into plate form. That's that done. Everything else here I should have. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Somehow I'm going to need to unravel this mess down here, but I'll figure it out. I don't think it's that undoable. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking down here. So this should be good. This should be everything I need. So I'm just going to put all of this stuff onto this interface. So I should see this guy fill up and we should be making stuff. Yes, perfect. Awesome. Let's go make 2 stacks at once. That is pretty good. From there, I just need another LCR with some of this stuff. All of this I should have. So now I just need to automate activate netherite foil and crystal matrix foil. Activate netherite done, now just crystal matrix, and I should be good to go. So I'm curious, is this going to start working? Yes, it is. We're making our matter processing units. Awesome. And of course, as usual, this will be level limited. For now, it's making a whole bunch. I'll say like probably around 128 of these should be good. And that's our circuit boards done. Next up, it's literally just filling out the recipes. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and montage this part. You should be hearing music. Let's get these circuits done. Yep. It feels good to have circuits done. Finally have circuits done. Oh my gosh, I've been waiting to do this. And I went ahead and I automated UV circuits. These do take ZPM circuits to do, so I'm not gonna hold that many, but I still want to do it. And that reminds me, I should probably turn off some of these, because now that I actually do have them on passive, I don't need to have them manually crafting in a spot like this. Now we have to go back and change some recipes, but other than that, I mean, we can unlock UEV circuits right now. The only issue is Europium and a few other backlogs. So, that's something I'm going to have to deal with in between episodes. But anyways, guys, that is unfortunately all the time I have for today. So if you guys did enjoy today's episode, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more of me and more Monifactory, please hit subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next episode of Monifactory. Later.